Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something really cool to share. I recently picked up a Japanese PlayStation 2 Slim from eBay. It came bundled with 5 games. This is a big set for me because I've been diving deeper into Japanese game collecting, and having the hardware to play those games is a game changer. In this video, I want to talk not just about the pickup, but also about some ways you can actually save money by buying specific consoles like the PS2, thanks to backwards compatibility, plus the benefits of buying from a reliable online source, and a few tips and tricks to keep in mind if you're thinking about grabbing a Japanese console for yourself. So you're probably wondering, why the Japanese PS2? Well, the obvious answer is to play Japanese PS2 games, but there's more to it than that. The PS2 is one of the most versatile consoles ever made because of its backwards compatibility. Not only can it play the massive PS2 library, but it can also play the Japanese PlayStation 1 games natively. That means one console gives you access to 2 generations of imports, thousands of games, without needing to buy a separate Japanese PS1. That's one of the best ways to save money when importing. Instead of buying multiple consoles, you can target specific models with strong backwards compatibility, and suddenly you've doubled or even tripled your library options with a single system. The PS2 is just one example. Think about it. A Japanese Wii U can also play Wii games. A Japanese PS3, depending on the model, can play PS1 and PS2 Japanese discs, while also supporting PS3 imports. Even the Game Boy Advance could play Japanese Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. If you're strategic about the hardware you buy, you can stretch your collecting budget way further. Instead of buying 3 separate systems, one console might give you everything you need to dive into an entire region's library. Now let's talk about actually buying these consoles. I picked mine up from eBay, and one of the most important things is making sure you buy from a reliable seller. Here are a couple things I look for. Feedback rating. Stick with the sellers who have consistently high feedback, ideally 99% or above. That's a good sign they've been reliable for other collectors. Pictures. Avoid listings with stock photos only. You want to see the actual console you're buying, front, back, ports, even the inside of the disc tray if possible, and you want to have multiple pictures so that you can clearly see what you're buying. Description is important. Japanese sellers are often very honest about condition. If it says junk, it might just mean scratches or missing accessories, but you really need to read carefully so you're not surprised. Another great option is buying bundled games. Sometimes you can score a deal if the console comes with a small stack of games, and that's how I got my 5-pack. Even if the games aren't must-haves, it adds instant value to your collection. One thing really to consider, and most importantly, is the power supply. Most Japanese consoles run on 100-volt power, while North American uses 120-volt. In most cases it's fine, but for older hardware, you might want a step-down converter for safety. Always double-check the power situation before you plug it in. In the case of the Japanese PS2 Slim that I purchased, it comes with a 100-volt power pack, which actually is able to handle 120-volt current, so I'm good with the Slim model. A couple of more quick tips. Combine shipping if possible. If you're ordering games too, try to get them from the same seller, so you're not paying separate shipping fees. You have to factor in customs and any fees that might be associated with that, especially with tariffs coming into the US right now. Customs fees can sneak up on you depending on where you live. Always check your country's import rules so you don't get hit with surprises. Test the console immediately. When the console arrives, test it right away with a disc. The sooner you know if everything works, the sooner you can resolve any issues with the seller if something's wrong. Use region-free accessories when possible. Controllers, memory cards, and AV cables are often interchangeable between regions, so you don't always need to import those unless you want that authentic look. So of course I've got to show you the games that came with my PS2 bundle, and that first game is going to be Dragon Ball Z 3. The next game I picked up was Mobile Suit Gundam Destiny Generation of CE. Then they bundled in Virtua Fighter 4. After that, I got kind of an American title, and that was Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. And the last game that was thrown in with this bundle was Go By Train Final. So overall, picking up a Japanese PS2 has been a great decision for me. It saves me money in the long run by giving me access to both PS1 and PS2 Japanese games, and it's opened the door to a whole new world of collecting for me. So if you're thinking about grabbing a Japanese console, remember one thing: look for reliable sellers, factor in shipping and customs, and take advantage of backwards compatibility whenever you can. It's one of the best ways to maximize your collection without breaking the bank. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.